Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Ariba from Iman Power. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us not to consider any of our actions to be too little. Why is that? Well, there are many reasons for that, of course. One, of course, is lots of reward that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to give us for every action we do for His sake, no matter how small. But also there are other reasons, and I'm going to talk about one of them. But to explain that, I'm going to tell you a story today. Let's say there were two kids. Well, first of all, there is one, Zain. Zain is new in this neighborhood, and his parents send him to this masjid to learn Quran. He has never been to a Sunday school or a weekend school to learn Quran before. Never been to the masjid to learn before. So he doesn't know what's going to be like. Anyways, he goes, he doesn't know anybody there. He feels so weird. Like, what is going on? And he doesn't make any friends that day. They're all just busy in themselves, playing together. Some kids are laughing at him. He feels so awkward there. He feels so weird. In fact, he feels miserable. He'd sit in the recess, he sits there thinking, I'm never coming back here again. Just then when he was thinking all that, Ahmed is another boy in the school. He sees him there, sitting all alone. Ahmed looks at him, goes towards him, smiles, and says salams to Zain. Says, Salam alaikum, Zain. I'm in your class too. Zain is so happy to see Ahmed being so kind to him. He smiles back and he shakes his hand, and he's so happy at least somebody is being kind to him. He feels so good now suddenly. Later on, he goes back home in a good mood. At least somebody was so nice to him today. Next day, he decides to come back again. Remember, before he was thinking, I'm never gonna come back here. But then, because Ahmed was so nice to him yesterday, he decided, okay, I will go. So he goes again and again and again. Every day he comes back to school. He makes more friends. He starts having a good time eventually. In fact, he becomes one of the best students there. He learns Quran so well. And he becomes one of the best students. He wins a prize. Later on, as he grows up, he in fact is so good, he becomes one of the best Quran teachers ever. He becomes one of the best Quran teachers. He then goes on to teach lots and lots and lots of other people. He teaches them about Islam, about Quran, and lots of people from all over come to learn from him. He teaches them, and then many of these people, they go and do the good things that he taught them, or they go and teach other people. Then those other people go and teach other people. And it just keeps going on and on and on. So much benefit coming because of Zain. But where did it all begin? Do you remember? That day, the first day of him at school. He was thinking, I am never coming back here again. And it was possible that he never comes back, never learns Quran, never does all that good. But how did it all change? With a smile from Ahmed. He came and did such a small, tiny little action. Smiled at him, said salams to him. And because of that, Zain felt good and he decided to come back. If Ahmed that day had thought, what does it matter? Maybe somebody else will go and say salam to this boy. Oh, why should I do it? Oh, it doesn't really matter. It will be fine. It's what? Then, maybe Zain would have sat there alone, felt more miserable. And next day, maybe he would have decided never to come back. And all this good would have never happened. So, what's the lesson from it? If you have ever thrown like a pebble in the river, you will see ripples forming from it. And they get like massive ripples, sometimes really, really wide. You just threw a tiny pebble and they're like massive ripples in it. Maybe you should go and try it someday. From just a tiny pebble, you have made this huge effect in the river, and that's called the ripple effect. That's what happens with our good deeds. We just do something small, something tiny, little good deed, and we think, oh, it's not really, it's insignificant, that doesn't make that much of a difference. But we have no idea about the ripple effects of that good deed. The more Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses your action, your good deed, the more benefit will come into the world through that. A lot of the time you probably hear people say, may Allah bless this, may Allah bless your action, may Allah bless this for you, that for you. What do they mean? It means that may Allah bring about the maximum, may Allah bring great benefit, lot of good from that thing. That the good that comes out of that thing is greater and greater and greater. So what amount of good comes out of your action, you don't actually really ever know. Like for example, in this case, do you think Ahmed knows for sure that when he's going to smile, and I'm going to smile, and then later on Zain is going to come back to school, he's going to become really good at it, and then becoming a teacher, and then people will learn from him, and those people will learn from him. So much good is going to come out? No, he doesn't know. He doesn't plan that. Also, maybe he moved away. Maybe next day Ahmed moves away. So he is not in touch with Zain. He doesn't know later on what happens in Zain's life. And all these ripple effects came from his action. So we don't know. We just go do good no matter what, how big or small it is. And we don't know how much good came into the world from it. We expect the best from Allah. We would never know probably until the day of judgment, when we will be there like, wow, all this happened because of my tiny little good action. So much reward in there because of that tiny little good action that I did. Inshallah. Alhamdulillah that Allah blesses our actions like this and rewards us like this for the ripple effect, inshallah. So don't let these opportunities that Allah gives us to do good, don't let them go by. Grab them. There might be great hasanat in there for you. But you know what's the scary bit is when we don't take these opportunities. When we say, oh no, maybe I'm not good enough to do it. Oh, maybe somebody else will do it. Oh, I don't feel like doing it. I'm too lazy. Whatever. Come up with some excuse not to do it. We let the opportunity go. That all that good have come by you doing that action, it's not going to come into the world now. So don't let the opportunities that Allah gives you to do good just go by. Grab them, give them your best, inshallah, and you will see the reward of it in paradise, inshallah. You will see how great impact it had in paradise, inshallah.